So we say goodbye to everybody. We wave goodbye. See you later. Nice to know you. Oh, I got something on my chin. I gotta get it off my chin. Gotta wipe it off my chin. Wipe it off my chin. Mm-hmm.
Don't know how long it's been, I guess it doesn't matter. We've had our thick and thin, enough to know that I would rather not go through life without you. And in the end, I'm just glad we're friends. And in the end, I'm just glad we're friends.
Hey everybody, Chico and Poppy here with Poppy. We're going to be doing some cooking today. I've been a little under the weather and I haven't been doing a lot of recording, but today I feel good, so I'm probably going to do a whole bunch of recording. So you might see this awesome outfit like 10 on 10 different videos today. Okay, we're going to start today. We are going to make French onion soup. Maybe we should call it Italian onion soup because I don't use like all the butter and stuff that the French do. I use more olive oil. Alright, we're going to get started right away with a little olive oil here, and we're going to cook off about 2 onions. Okay? Now just to keep the French happy, I am going to sneak a little tiny bit of butter in there, but I'm not very big on butter. And we're going to make our own croutons. Croutons, what I call them. To Antonio, Chico. And they are made in the oven with some stale bread, some any kind of extra bread you have in the house, lots of olive oil and spices and stuff. So that same olive oil that's going to be in our bread is going to be in our onions too, and that's one of the reasons why I don't use a lot of butter. But I will use a little bit just so when people are eating it, they taste a basic French onion thing. Okay, let's get a little bit of butter in there. I'll give you 1 tablespoon and that's it. No more. Okay, we're going to brown these up good. I got about 2 medium onions. I have about 4 cups over here of a nice deep broth. And I've told you this before, it makes a difference on your base. It's all about the base, right? This is Tones. Anyone wants to sponsor us, maybe it'll be Tones here with beef base, because I talk about the base all the time. I don't like the bouillon cubes. You won't get the same rich flavor as you do when you have this straight up real base. It's no different than if I made it myself. It's awesome, it's nice and rich. And that's how you're going to get a better flavor. If you go and put in 4 cups of water here and drop in 3 bouillon cubes, you're not going to get that flavor. It's not going to happen. Okay, so we're going to try to caramelize these onions a little bit. Now that they're starting to be almost transparent, I want to add, I think I got here about 2 cloves of chopped garlic. Let's add a little bit of thyme. Here we go with the Italian measurements, right? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. How about a little bit of basil? Some people like to do bay leaves and then take the bay leaf out. I never understood that. If I want a basil flavor, I'm going to use basil, whether it's fresh or dried. I don't want to put it in and then take it out. So you won't see me ever do that. So here's some dried basil. You're going to see me do a little bit of salt just to help cook down these onions, because I don't like to use salt like I've told you before, especially when we have base, because the base has a lot of salt in it. Okay, and how about a little fresh pepper? Not too much because the family doesn't like too spicy. Now this is looking awesome. Alright, let's go with a little bit more olive oil. And we don't want to cook these to death, right? We don't want all of a sudden these to be fried up and almost black. It'll defeat the purpose of the soup. You want to have some of that onion in there. Now I can smell that basil. I can smell the garlic cooking up. You have a different flavor, you know, with with the garlic when it's cooked or when it's raw. And you will too with olive oil. We have a lot of recipes in our family where you have a little olive oil when you're cooking it, but then you drizzle the olive oil raw over the top because there's two different flavors. Alright, these onions look like they're about ready, okay? So I'm going to put a half a cup of red wine in here now, okay? You ready? We want to reduce this right down. I want to get that wine to evaporate almost completely, alright? Those croutons I'm going to be making for a couple different recipes, and that's why we're doing the French onion here. Because I'm going to be making tomatoes with mozzarella and fresh basil, and the bread underneath I'm going to use those same type of croutons. So that's why we're doing the soup today, because we're going to be doing the bread, the croutons, and we're going to be able to use it for two different episodes here. Alright, these onions, you can see now that red wine is almost completely evaporated, which is just what we want. We only want those onions to get a little bit of that flavor. We don't want the wine in our soup. Okay, I'm going to reduce this down a little bit, and I'm going to put a little bit of flour in here to coat the onions. Okay, I want to cook off a little bit of that flour so we don't taste it. Smells good. Okay, now we're going to add our beef broth. Okay, I'm going to put this on a low simmer, and we're going to let this simmer for a little while, and then we're going to take a look at it and see how it looks. Okay, so our soup here is just about done. What we're going to do now is make our croutons. Crouton for Chico, who just came home from school. How was school? Good? Did you learn lots of good stuff?
It was fun, besides when I was getting off.
Yeah, that slide that you did into the front door. It's starting to snow and it's icy.
I was running and then
I told you, I said, don't run, you're gonna fall. And I thought you did it on purpose because you did it so well. It's like you were sliding into base.
Maybe I did.
Alright, let me get back to this. I'm going to make croutons. Croutons is what we call them, right? Because we like to be silly. But you like to put olive oil in this. We want to get it all coated, right? It's going to be kind of like a garlic bread. That's what this is going to turn out to be. And all that olive oil is going to be good. And we add a little Italian seasoning here to it. And then I like rosemary. They're like little leaves, yeah? Little rosemary.
I've seen them before.
Have you? And then, just like garlic bread, we need garlic. So instead of using the salt, I'm going to use garlic salt, so that we don't make sure we don't use the regular salt, because you go too much with this, and then it gets too salty. But if you don't use salt and you use this instead,
I like garlic salt on my pizza.
do you? Well, that's kind of like bread too, right? It's a dough. All right, so let's put this on a big pan now, and we'll see if it's all completely coated. We're going to brown these up nice. We've got to make sure we got enough olive oil. See, we still need more olive oil, right?
I'd say put it in the pan and then...
Good idea.
Then they'll cook with it.
We need lots of olive oil. French onion soup calls for cooking it with butter, but I cook it with olive oil. You know why? Because I'm putting all the olive oil on the bread, and you're going to get all that flavor into your soup. So the butter, I don't like the butter. I'd rather have the olive oil. So it's really, we should call it Italian onion soup, right?
The butter perhaps?
Nope. I used to make it when we had the restaurants and stuff. Mommy loves it. So she's looking forward to our completion of our soup here. Look at it. We're just about done. A little bit more. We got to make sure we got lots of nice seasonings on here. You can use any kind that you like. The Italian was the one I go to the most because it's got a little bit of everything in it. It smells about right. Now we're going to put this in the oven. I got the oven on high, like 425 or so. But we're going to put this in. We're going to keep tossing it, and we want to get these nice and crispy. Open sesame.
Andiamo.
There we go. Okay.
A few inches later.
Alright, so our soup is good here. We're going to move this over. We're going to get our croutons out. See how they look, okay? You ready?
Who wants to see me killing my neck?
Look at that. Look how nice they look. Doesn't that look nice? Alright, so we filled our soup up here. We're going to add some of these croutons. Ooh, they're hot. All the flavor we're going to get in that bread is going to start to...
take one?
Yep, it's going to soak into the soup. There, like that. Add just a little bit more broth to that.
They are hot.
Yeah, it's hot. I just had it on the broiler. I had it in the oven about 425, and then I added a little bit more olive oil and put the broiler on to get that. We just need a little bit more soup in there. I went a little bit light. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we're going to add our mozzarella. Mozzarella.
Hey, maybe tomorrow we can maybe do a snow video if we have no snow.
Think you won't have snow? Load this up, right? Oh, I missed.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna put this in the oven just to melt that cheese, okay?
This cheese.
We'll put this back in the oven.
I need this cheese.
Okay, so we're gonna start stirring our soup here, best we can. I think we need our other spatula to, it works a little bit better, so we're gonna grab our other spatula. That one there, that one works good, yeah. And we're gonna stir it together with the other spatula. And together we stir and stir and stir. There we go. Looks good. Alright, I have to taste it. Oh, just a little taste. Just a little bit closer. Just a little closer. A little bit. Almost. I'm almost there. Almost ready to taste it. There it is. Good, good, good. Tastes good. Oh. Okay. So we say goodbye to everybody. We wave goodbye. See you later. Nice to know you. Oh, I got something on my chin. I gotta get it off my chin. Gotta wipe it off my chin. Wipe it off my chin. Other way. Ah, and that way. Okay. Okay, so let's check this. See how our cheese is looking. Ooh, look at that, Chico. That look good?
Cause I can go like this.
There we have it. Not going to be able to eat it right away, but all that cheese is melted. So I talk about the layers of flavor all the time, right? So we have our soup down in the bottom, the I call it Italian onion. It's got the
Croutons?
the croutons are up next, and then the top layer is the mozzarella. And you got to use a really good mozzarella. Don't use a part skim or anything like that. But this is going to be awesome. It's French onion soup with an Italian twist to it, with those croutons and using olive oil more instead of butter. Okay, remember what Grandma Jen used to always say?
Enjoy your life.
And your food.
Ciao.
Every day. Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao. My chin. Other way. Ah. And that way. Okay. Bye, everybody. Wave goodbye. Remember what Grandma Jen says, if you have little hands, just do the peace signs. Bye-bye.
está sempre ardendo. Já faz tempo que não chove,